I have never seen a company implode as quickly as Nijisanji is currently doing live for the entire world to see. This post they made yesterday, or not even yesterday, it was like 12 to 13 hours ago at the time of me recording this video, and this post is just so damning to what they've been doing to livers and VTubers and just like any employee they have, but also kind of just like how manipulative this company is and just how gross they can be and how far they can kind of push to try to negate the damage to them and throw it to, let's say, the VTubers that work with them. It's honestly just absolutely insane. They even got community noted quite a few times already, and it's just like, it makes a lot of sense when you see stuff like this, especially with what they were trying to do, you know, when they had this live stream happen. So let's just get right into it. Where did we begin and where are we at now? So all of this whole story here all begins with Nijisanji terminating Doki, a liver that worked with them that, you know, basically was about to end it all. They had to be hospitalized and they were getting harassed and bullied by management or people inside of Nijisanji, and, you know, eventually they opened up about it. And basically, you know, Nijisanji's response was to not investigate, not to say, oh, we're sorry, is there anything we can do or whatever. They effectively terminated the individual, threw her under the bus, and then tried to basically say, oh, the effects of, removing and terminating this individual is not going to have any effects on us financially. It legitimately was such a gross statement that this company said. Yeah, just think about that for a moment, okay? This company went on record, literally after that, whole drama happened like last week, and said, from our reports, Selen is not going to have any lasting effects financially on our report. I'm like, yo, what? Like, that is just so heinous and so awful to say. That's ridiculous. It's so disconnected. It really is. It's a very disconnected statement, and it's just like, holy crap. The more and more that this studio, or not the studio, this company tries to speak out about their stance or, how to defend themselves, they dig a deeper and deeper hole. At this point, they're already in the center of the earth. That's exactly where they're at. They pretty much cannot get any lower than they already have, and the fact that now we have full-on confirmation that they were using their fellow, like, livers or VTubers as meat shields to defend themselves. Like, this very thing here, like this clip, really accurately portrays what's going on. And I'll talk about this in just a second, but I'll let this clip play for you can kind of see what I'm talking about.
Hey, I found a ticket! Wow, you are just, ladies and gentlemen, the Jackie Chan of human shielding. Who takes the time to get this good at this?
So, as you can clearly see, yeah, that's literally what Nijisanji is doing. They are using their livers as meat shields to damage control and protect themselves from allegations. So let's get right into that, honestly. It's legitimately a wild statement they made here. But basically, they say that they haven't, made any confidentiality violations regarding legal claims, etc., and that's basically what they're saying. And then they go on record to say, in addition, our livers are not held to any confidentiality obligation regarding the information shared to them from Any Color Inc. Thus, there are no legal issues regarding the information shared to the public in the stream made by our livers. And it's just like, wait, whoa, hold the phone. So what they basically said here is that we give our livers confidential information. And, we shared this confidential information with them because, their names are attached to the legal documents. And if they decide to share these legal documents on a live stream, it's not our fault, it's the livers' fault. It's just like, yo, they literally just threw these livers under the bus to shield themselves, saying, yeah, they dox these livers, or Doki tried to dox these livers and all that, and, now they're making a response. So it's like, no, she didn't. It was a private, legal document that nobody was able to see until they shared it personally. Nijisanji shared it through the livers, and it's just like, now, yeah, people know certain things. It's just like, yikes. Like, this is legitimately just such a crazy yikes. Like, what I saw someone say here legitimately kind of, really, represent, here it is. Admit this is what Nijisanji did. Admit that third parties read private communications between lawyers. Admits that you leaked court documents. Live stream yourself literally confessing to these crimes. That's literally what they did. They legitimately admitted to like leaking private communications and documents, and then saying it's not their fault because the livers are not held to confidentiality like everybody else. But they literally fired Doki or Selen for breaking confidentiality. Yeah, going back a week ago, remember when I just said, like, she broke her silence because she was wanting to end it all and all that, and because she was just getting bullied and harassed and she was hospitalized? They fired her because she broke confidentiality and all that, okay? And the fact of the matter is that they say they don't hold livers to confidentiality, but they clearly do. And so it's just like, it makes a lot of sense why they got community noted. Like, when you look at this community note, it perfectly represents it. The post mentions that our livers are not held by any confidentiality obligation. This is not true, since on Selen's termination, they mention these rules are designed to prevent leakage of confidential information. It's just like, bro, it's crazy. Like, sometimes reality is more shocking and messed up than, fiction. It really is. It's just like, I cannot believe how messed up this company really is. Like, I want to be honest with you, I never really watched a lot of VTubers and livers. I've seen clips and stuff here and there over the years, but like, oh my goodness, like, this is just insane. As someone, as an outsider, so to speak, of the community that, hasn't actively been with Nijisanji and these VTubers and livers and stuff, I cannot imagine the mega fans, the super fans and all that actively watch all these individuals and just all this stuff coming out. It is absolutely mind-blowing. It's just like, bro, this company, man, like, this company needs to just go bankrupt. They need to close down. Like, this is gross. This is just such a evil corporation. There's not much more words that really can be attached to describe this, this company. Because it's like, they don't just stop at the fact that they had just such a callous nature to Doki and just, like, how she, was hospitalized and how they treated her. But the fact that they then said that she would not have any financial effect on them, and then now doing this and leaking private documents and shielding themselves with their own employees is just... I honestly, this is one of the worst things I've seen a company do. Like, say whatever you want. Like, I mean, like, I'm going to pull this up. Activision Blizzard, a company that a lot of people have heard about over the years. I know for a fact. They are heinous of what they have done. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a big fan of World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, Warcraft, etc. I love, Blizzard games. Not the newest stuff, obviously, but it's like, I grew up on their games, and then finding out what their company's been doing, how they've been treating their employees, how they treat, the consumers, me, as an example, it's just like, it's gross behavior. They have done some heinous stuff, but when I look at Nijisanji, I'm just like, yo, they might be taking the metal away from Blizzard Activision. Like, they pretty much might as well be taking that whole metal and making a home run with it. Which, that gets into the next thing. What's gonna happen next, honestly, my assumption, is that this just opens up Nijisanji for a lawsuit. That's what this is. Like, the fact of the matter is, they broke, like, NDA or whatever. I'm not, like, a lawyer or anything, but, like, they obviously broke some terms here. They leaked private documents, and then they went on record to say they have confidentiality with their livers, and then they say that they don't, and they don't hold them to the same standards. It's just such a... They completely messed up here as a corporation. And I'm just now wondering, is the PR team or the individual that's doing these statements, are they purposely doing this to just destroy this company? That's another question I have. It's like, the person that's writing these tweets and doing this public display of images and stuff for the company, it makes me wonder if, like, they truly don't like the company they work for, and they're just trying to destroy it as well with these statements. And so, good for them. But even then, it's just like... Yikes! Like, yo, it's... on top of that as well, I mean, there is people literally, like, now giving up, like, just completely, like, not wanting to work with Nijisanji anymore, and it's going to basically affect this company going forward. It basically is saying that, their financial situation just definitely got hit hard. And they keep digging that hole deeper. And people are just not wanting to work with them anymore. Makes a lot of sense after this. On top of that, we have people accusing other liars of bullying, etc. And this is exactly what this company wants. I want to talk about that, okay? I mean, yeah, what's going on here with, like, this situation of this liver and the others that were in this live stream to kind of showcase these private documents, are they at fault? Partially, yes. But we gotta also remember that they are under contract. They have these weird contracts with this company, and they can easily be getting manipulated or have something going on that they have to follow through. Hell, we also can question that these accounts have been taken from them, and they're just being posted like this to be, have their statements like this. So there's just a lot of things to consider. But Nijisanji clearly, from these statements that they have released in the past, like, week and a half, is that they want to deflect all the damage to their livers and VTubers. That's what they want to do. They don't want to have their company getting hit. They want their livers to have the animosity and hatred thrown to them. And the overall effect of that is, clearly what's happening. People are now getting upset with these livers and stuff, and, disregarding the true point here is that literally the company was using them as meat shields to deflect the aggro off of them. So don't let them do that. Do not let them get away with this and focus on these, livers saying their statements. Yeah, their fault, yes. I mean, are they fully at fault? Maybe not. We don't know the full story, what's going on behind the scenes. Regardless, it's going to have an everlasting effect on their reputation. I doubt a lot of people are going to trust them anymore because of this, but it doesn't change the fact that don't focus on them, focus on the company. But, I'll leave it at that. Just wanted to talk about this wild situation, honestly. Just truly baffling how much of a black company Nijisanji is. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe. And may Doki get some damages. May she sue these people, because they honestly deserve to be sued. But Chibi out.